10 seconds. Cornish on the attack. He gives it to Arenas. Elijah's going to dribble it up. Elijah loses the ball. Stolen by Lindsay. Trojans need to foul. No call. Oregon throws it away. And that runs out the clock. And the Ducks are going to win it 71-70 as USC loses a 6-point lead in the final minute of the game. And the Trojans fall by 1. USC now 18-9 on the season, 7-9 in Big Ten play.
Match 2 pairs and win a share of $40,000 in cash and premium play. Find the Mardi Gras baby for an extra $100 in premium play. Then at 10 p.m., one lucky guest will win the weekly grand prize of $5,000 cash. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit Saginaw-EaglesLanding.com for complete rules and details.
When you have a gambling problem, you have a money problem.
10 gallons of gas, cash or credit?
Yesterday's lottery ticket won't fill up your tank. Because when you're feeding a gambling problem...
Okay, your grocery total is $98.
It's difficult putting food on the table, paying your bills, and keeping your life together. If you or a loved one is struggling with gambling, get free confidential help at michigan.gov/problemgambling. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
A quick 60-second local timeout, then more Wolverines basketball. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
More refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your team. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Proud sponsor of the Alumni Association of the University of Michigan. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Looking for resort-style living? Woodland Muse Apartments and Townhomes is located in the heart of Ann Arbor and offers everything you need to feel at home. You can check us out online at woodlandmuse.com or call us at 734-995-1000 to secure your new home today. That's woodlandmuse.com or 734-995-1000. Go Blue!
We're getting you set for Michigan and Duke from D.C. Rob Drist with you in the network studios. Our first look at scores. Busy Saturday in the Big Ten. 5 other games to tell you about. Nothing going on right now. Just going final moments ago. Oregon stole the game at USC. Ducks win 71-70. Scored the final 6 points in the final 2 minutes, including a pair of Nate Biddle free throws with 10 seconds left for the win. Earlier today, Nebraska ran away from Penn State 87-64. Maryland outlasted Washington in a back-and-forth game 64-60. And Minnesota east passed Rutgers 82-61. Still one game to come. 8 o'clock, Illinois wraps up a West Coast trip heading to UCLA. Nationally, the other matchup of top 4 teams today saw Arizona in the Big 12 go to Houston and slip past the Cougars 73-66, just Houston's second home loss in conference play since joining the Big 12 in 2023. Big upset of the day in Lawrence. Cincinnati handed number 8 Kansas in 84-68 defeat, the worst loss for the Jayhawks at home against an unranked team since the 70s. Meanwhile, Michigan and Duke here this evening. We'll take a timeout, get Dusty May's pregame thoughts next as you listen to Michigan basketball from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
We are Laurentide Winery, founded by Michigan alums Susan and Will Bramer, and proud to bring you amazing wines made in Leelanau from 100% Michigan-grown grapes. This season, our award-winning wines debut at Chrysler and Yost Arenas. Laurentide is grateful to be part of your celebrations, dinners, and game day traditions. And each purchase helps support our engineering scholarship fund. Visit our tasting room or explore our wines at shop.laurentidewinery.com. Thank you and go Blue.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You could save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We're closing in on tip-off, so let's head into the Michigan locker room and hear from head coach Dusty May. With Coach May, here's Brian Bush.
Well, Coach, you talked about the value of this opportunity. How about how your team has handled everything, the prep, the extra attention, all of it gearing up for tonight?
This group has such a business-like approach that we don't really ever change how we are on a daily basis. The winning, the loss, whatever the case, responding from those things have all been very similar. That it just comes down to the details of the game and trusting each other. And so the other stuff, though, that's where they've done a really nice job of just enjoying this, but yet knowing the game is what's important.
To Cam Boozer, obviously one of the best players in the country right now. As you scouted him, what makes him so unique?
His versatility is one thing, his strength, his basketball IQ, but most importantly, I think it's his unselfishness. If he senses a double team is coming, he passes it early. He rarely makes a poor decision. And so those things make him a really tough cover. But obviously his size, strength, and skill level are the things that are separators.
How does he help getting others involved? I think something you guys did really well on Tuesday was make TKR and Smith shoot a lot of shots. How does he make sure that, he gets his, but he also helps others?
Well, that's what makes him such a challenge. They do a really nice job of leveraging the attention he gets, and they use him in so many different ways that you really can't key on this or that because they've got solutions. And so they've done a really nice job of anticipating what the problems might be and learning from different ways. Others have guarded them, and so there's nothing we can do that they don't have a solution for. So it's going to be who's the most connected, hardest playing team.
Look at length. Obviously, you guys have the size advantage with a die up front, but it seems like their entire rotation, whether it's guards, wings, big men, they've got at least 6'5". How does that show up on film as a challenge?
Well, it's their quickness to the ball and their anticipation skills. Their bigs probably get as many deflections as any big group of bigs in the country, and so we are taller, but if we expose the ball, then they're going to take it and turn us over. So I think that's going to be one of the biggest keys of the game is can our fives handle the ball, our fours and fives handle the ball effectively and efficiently against their fours and fives.
Coach, appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
There's Dusty May. We'll come back with Terry's keys to victory, the starting lineups, and the opening jump right after this. Wolverines and Blue Devils from Washington, D.C. and here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's. Whether it's in your cupboard, at your local Meijer, or even at Chrysler Center. From pre-game breakfast, tailgate sliders, or post-game victory food, Aunt Millie's is baking memories from their family to yours. Pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites at your local store, or grab a hot dog or hamburger at Chrysler Center to see what we're all about. Aunt Millie's, closer to home.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Gambling can be fun.
Here we go.
Kind of like skydiving. The thrill, the excitement. But be careful, or gambling will start to feel like skydiving without a parachute. For tips that will help keep you out of harm's way, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com for Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
One of the biggest games of the college basketball season comes to Ann Arbor on Sunday, March 8th. Michigan meets Michigan State in the next installment of this great rivalry. The game is sold out, but you can still secure your seats at SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of Michigan Athletics. And if you already have your seats, be sure to rock your maze. It is a maze out with major implications. Michigan State, Sunday, March 8th at Chrysler Center. This place feels big time. We're in downtown Washington, D.C. for the top two teams in that NCAA tournament reveal from the committee earlier today. Number 1, Michigan. Number 2, Duke. One heck of a non-conference clash here tonight in our nation's capital. Terry Mills, this has that big fight feel to it. How do the Wolverines get it done? What are your keys to victory?
Yeah, well, number 1, defensively, Michigan's got to utilize their key-point defense. Duke wants to get that ball inside. You got to limit their interior defense if you can. Michigan ranks second, only giving up 42% in the painted area, and Duke loves thriving on inside play. Number 2, you got to be able to control that glass, dominate using your front court players most of all, but this is an all hands on deck type of game. And number 3, limit your turnovers. Make Duke work for everything they get. Don't give them nothing easy in transition by turning over the basketball.
Duke, like Michigan, elite in terms of getting big-time runs. The Blue Devils have 29 runs of 10-0 or better. They've only allowed 6. For Michigan, 33 to just 3. Those are Terry's keys to victory. As we bring you the starting lineups, first for the men from Durham, the 3rd ranked in the AP in the coaches poll, number 2 in that NCAA tournament reveal. The Duke Blue Devils, 24-2 overall, 13-1. They're starting to run away with another ACC championship. The point guard is Caleb Foster, the longest tenured Blue Devil, making his 48th start and 92nd appearance for Duke. Joining him in the backcourt, Isaiah Evans, the Blue Devils' second leading scorer. He's 19th in the ACC at almost 15 points per ball game, but he's averaged 20 a night over the last 3. Dame Sarr plays at the 3 spot. He has 10 points in just 2 games against power conference teams, but he is a big-time defender, as is Malik Brown, who comes off the bench. Up front, the National Player of the Year favorite. Cameron goes by Cam Boozer, the freshman from Miami. He's 4th nationally in points per game, 14th nationally in rebounds per game. He has scored at least 14, gobbled up at least 5 rebounds, and dished out at least 2 assists in all 26 games. That is the longest Division I streak this century. Joined in the backcourt by the 5-man Patrick Gungba II. He's from nearby Manassas, Virginia. Missed the Blue Devils' win at Pitt 3 games ago. 6 points and 12 points in his 2 games back. They play for former Blue Devil national champion as a player and as an assistant coach, John Shire, in his 4th season, 113 wins and 24 losses. He's assisted by associate head coaches Chris Carrawell and Emmanuel Dildy, and assistants Evan Brads and Tyler Thornton. for the number 1 ranked Michigan Wolverines, 25-1 for the overall mark, 15-1 in Big Ten play. Elliot Cadeau facing Duke for a 6th time. Went 2-0 against the Blue Devils at North Carolina as a freshman, 0-3 in that great rivalry, including an ACC tournament loss to Duke last year as a sophomore. He's joined by Namari Burnett, making his 96th consecutive start in the Maize and Blue here in this one. Up front, the big 3. Yaxel Lendeborg. He's got really maybe the only chance to catch Cam Boozer for that National Player of the Year. If he and the Wolverines can take down Duke today, he's number 3 in that KenPom race. Boozer won, and Iowa State's Joshua Jefferson between them. At the 4 spot, it's Morez Johnson Jr., who recorded his 6th double-double of the season at Purdue on Tuesday, and Adai Mara, 4th nationally in blocks per game. He almost had a double-double in the first half against the Boilermakers, finished with a team-high plus 13 mark in that Michigan win. The head coach is Dusty May, 2nd season in Ann Arbor, 52-11 record, 8th season as a collegiate head coach, 178 and 80. Assistant coaches Mike Boynton Jr., Justin Joyner, Drew Williamson in the 2 on the scout, Akeem Miskadeen, who we talked to in pregame, and Kyle Church, whose father, Robbie, recently retired as a legendary women's soccer head coach at Duke, where he spent 24 seasons. But as Kyle told us before the game, he's wearing the right shade of blue today. We're here in Washington, D.C., for what they're calling the Edwards Jones Capital Showcase, presented by Bad Boy Mowers. Terry, what I call it is a potential Final Four preview.
I think everyone is calling this a Final Four preview, and I tell you what, I don't think either team is going to let you down by the performance that they're going to be able to come out here with today. But I tell you what, I got the Wolverines coming out on top.
Our officials today, Roger Ayers, Paul Sells, and Mike Reed. Wolverines in the big game maize jerseys. Duke and the home whites. The Blue Devils are the home team in this one. And I'd say it's a pretty even matchup of fans here, Terry. A lot of Duke blue, a lot of Michigan maize and blue.
Yes, it is. But we'll be able to tell right away. You let one of these teams go on a run, and you'll be able to find out which fan base is the loudest and who has the most fans here.
John Shire, one of the best reloading runs as a young head coach. Dusty May, one of the biggest rebuilds. To put it in perspective, this day 2 years ago, Olivier Kamwa had wrist surgery, and a day later, Michigan lost by double figures at Northwestern. Here they are, the number 1 team in the nation, going up against 3rd-ranked Duke. Gungba and Mara jump it up. Mara backstap it to Lendeborg, and the Wolverines have the basketball working from right to left to kick off this potential Final Four preview. Cadeau, skip it over Johnson, leave it for Lendeborg, left wing, jog to the right point, zings a pass that Burnett had to jump up to grab in front of the Duke bench. Feed right elbow, Mara surveys the seam with a shot clock at 11. Mara pivots, still hasn't used his dribble, shot clock at 8. Handoff Cadeau, jets his way to the left elbow, alley-oop up toward Mara, who caught it with his left fingertips and banked it and scored it right block. What an athletic play from Mara, 2-0 Michigan.
Yeah, that connection has been working as of late, Cadeau to Mara.
Mara had 10 and 8 in the first half against Purdue Tuesday at Mackey. Left baseline, Boozer, flip it Evans, 3-ball, well short, straight on. Offensive rebound, Gungba, over to Evans, second chance, thuds that one strong. He didn't quite recalibrate properly. Mara cleans up the Michigan rebound.
Yeah, well, if you're Michigan, that's what you want them to rely on. You want them to rely on their outside shooting, so...
Isaiah Evans called for a bump on Elliot Cadeau. Evans, second on the team in scoring, averages 28 minutes a ball game, picks up the first foul, 58 seconds in. Michigan an early 2-0 edge.
Love the patience that Michigan had offensively. I mean, the clock was getting down, but Michigan just didn't get into that panic mode.
Left baseline, Cadeau examines, flips it. Right baseline, Mara to the free throw line, Johnson. One dribble strong, floats it from 5 and swishes it over his defender, Boozer. 4-0 Michigan, a little bit more than a minute in.
I'll tell you what, Michigan is sharing that basketball once again, clicking on all cylinders to start this ball game.
Foster high on the right for Duke, the longest tenured Blue Devil. He's made a triple in each of his last 7. Drive in by Evans, and he thunders it down over a couple of Wolverines. A clean runway gifted by Michigan, and Duke's on the board, 4-2 U of M.
You talk about how improved Isaiah Evans is.
Right side, Mara, handoff Burnett. Pivots to the right pocket. Still dribbling against Foster. Skip it right elbow. Johnson, handoff Cadeau. 25-foot three, misses off to the left. Rebound loose, lobbed up after a trapeze effort by Evans along the baseline, and he is able to find Foster, his teammate, Duke, with the basketball. Left side, Gungba, not a three-point threat, only 26 attempts all year. Was open left wing, didn't trigger. Boozer chucks up a pass, caught by Gungba. Left corner, up fake Evans, steps to the left, shoots a three, misses it off the heel. Offensive board, Boozer, and then a foul called on Mara. He and Boozer were dialed up and kind of holding and locking arms there, but Boozer with the rebound. To the winner goes the spoils there, and Adai Mara picks up an early foul.
When I talk about rebounding, talk about all hands on deck, long shot equal long rebounds. A lot of those rebounds that Duke has recovered that came outside of that painted area.
Michigan up 4-2. A little more than 2 minutes in. Boozer taking it left baseline, flip it out high to the left. Sarr, his first touch. Might have gotten away with a walk. Flip it, Boozer. Hand off Sarr. Left corner three. A rainmaker that goes. 31%er hits a contested three, and it's 5-4 Duke. 17:35 left first half.
Yeah, Michigan had them all out of sorts there.
Rebuttal up fake by Lendeborg, left wing. Leans in, Euros bank, scores. Counted to foul. A potential rebuttal three the old-fashioned way. Lendeborg trudges his way from the left wing down to the left block, absorbs some contact, and goes to the line. 6-5 Michigan on the foul by Caleb Foster, his first, and the Blue Devils second.
Yeah, well, Jax is a problem. When he catches the ball, he gets in that triple threat position, and he can knock down that little short jump shot. He can also dribble, and he can also assist that basketball. So good to see Jax.
83%er at the line, cannot connect on the free throw. Rebound Duke, Michigan a 6-5 edge, 17:20 remaining first half here in Washington, D.C. Left point Gungba, zings a pass right wing Sarr, who just connected from three, and a foul away from the floor, basketball called on Michigan. Damari Burnett called for a push. His first, team second. Baseline inbound left side for Duke, with the Wolverines leading 6-5 early on.
Yeah, Duke kind of runs an unusual offense. They run an offense called a 5-out, where they usually have 5 perimeter guys, and they'll run some screen action, but basically they want to leave that block wide open.
Roddy Gale just came in, and he deflects a pass from Foster, comes up with it. Gale alley-oop, caught by Lendeborg, reverses and scores it. He snagged it, thought about a highlight reel dunk, instead composed himself, went to the other end, right block lay in good. 8-5 Michigan, and the Gale substitution paying dividends right away. Other end, Foster takes it to the rack, laid it up, no, but he got fouled by Rez. And the Wolverines, 2 starting big men in front. Morez, Johnson Jr., and Adai Mara, each with a foul at the 16:53 mark. Wolverines in front 8-5.
Yeah, well, here's the good thing about that. I mean, Michigan is a deep team. They can go deep, so.
Caleb Foster, just a 55% free throw shooter as a guard, swishes the first one home for Duke.
I was about to say, that's kind of unheard of for a guard to be shooting in the 50s.
Looked flawless on the first. 8-6 Michigan's lead cut to 2. Second one, bottom as well. And the Blue Devils cut it to 1, 8-7. Michigan has Gale, Johnson, Lendeborg, Cadeau, and Burnett on the floor. As Gale brings it into the forecourt with those orange sneakers at the base of the Capital Showcase logo here at Capital One Arena, the home of the Capitals and the Wizards. Left wing free ball, Cadeau misses it off to the left, and a good rebound. Foster in amongst the trees. The guard comes up with it for Duke. Up ahead, Boozer, kick left corner, three ball, Evans, airborne in a swish. 10-8 Duke, Michigan quickly the other end. Lendeborg bangs into Boozer, high Baker, yes, and counted the foul. Lendeborg against Boozer, 2 Player of the Year candidates, and Yax ties it at 10, has a chance to that three-point play again. Boozer's first.
Yeah, high-level competition here, I can tell you that. And Coach Dusty May is encouraging his guys, just because they scored a three-point shot, hey, we're not going to walk the ball up the court. Let's push it up. And Michigan was able to get rewarded for that.
Malik Brown, an elite defender, checks in for the big man, Patrick Gungba. Lendeborg connects on the free throw, and the Wolverines reclaim the lead 11-10. 16:24 left first half. In a matchup of top 3 teams here in Washington, D.C. Right side, Sarr. In between the circles, Boozer, who has not taken a shot yet. To Foster, right point, Brown. Everything on the outside so far for Duke. Foster shot fake, now Boozer back to Foster high on the left. Shot clock at 10. Skip it left point, Boozer has Gale on him on a switch. Boozer had it fleeced away, got it back, and he skips one in to Malik Brown for a thunder dunk, two-handed, 12-11 Blue Devils. Gale so close to his second steal in as many game minutes. Left wing Lendebourg, pass deflected out of bounds by Brown. Brown saying he wants to review it. It's ruled off Brown and Duke, so the Michigan offense will have the basketball. We'll see if Duke wants to say, let's take a look. That would expire a challenge early. 15:46 to play first half. Duke a 12-11 edge on Michigan here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
The crushing industrial platinum of Filter. Friday, March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort with special guests Finger 11 and Local Age. Tickets start at $43 and on sale now at the box office and etix.com. Showtime 7:30. Filter with Finger 11 and Local Age. March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
To Poole. Deep three in front of us for the win.
This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Easy Plan customers who trade in their current vehicle can lease a 2025 F-150 Hybrid Super Crew for $339 a month for 36 months with $2,329 cash due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low-mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Cash due at signing is after $4,500 in incentives. Offer only valid on Package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by March 31st. Lease a 2025 F-150 Hybrid for only $339 a month. Think Ford first.
Fun one so far, already 5 lead changes with Duke enjoying a 12-11 cushion. Ryan Bush, Terry Mills, Pat Malley, and Rob Joyce with you here tonight. Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. Select schools available. Terry, fun offense so far. Michigan 5 of 7. Duke 4 of 7. The difference, Blue Devils have 2 made threes. Michigan flawless from 2, 0 for 2 from deep.
Yeah, well, I think that'll eventually change. I mean, Duke is not necessarily known for knocking down three-point shots. And, hey, when you're playing in a high-level game like this, Michigan is definitely challenging those shots. And a lot of those shots are coming with the shot clock running down. So there's no need to hang your head. Just get ready to get back on the horse, and let's get back.
Duke star freshman, the favorite for National Player of the Year, Cam Boozer, has not taken a shot yet, though he has gobbled up a couple of rebounds and dished out 3 assists. Isaiah Evans, the leading scorer for the Blue Devils, with 5, a 3, and a 2 in his first 4 minutes of action. For the Wolverines, it's been the Axel Lendebourg show. A couple of and-ones. One he finished with a free throw make, one he missed.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's why Dax chose the University of Michigan to play in these big-time games. So I expected that young man to show up and lead us to a victory.
Something to keep in mind here with the Wolverines coming out. Lendebourg and Mara up front. Cadeau, Gale, and for the first time, L.J. Case in the backcourt. Both Mara and Morez Johnson Jr. saddled with early fouls. There was no review from Duke, so Michigan inbounds. Far sideline, Axel Lendebourg lobs it up half court to Elliot Cadeau, and the maize-clad Wolverines work into their offensive set. Left wing Lendebourg dials up a 3 ball and knocks it down. Yaks with 10 early. He only averages 14 and a half a game because he's so darn balanced with this team. 14-12 Michigan.
Yeah, Yaks is on business here today, I can tell you that.
Evans left wing for Duke. 15-21 to play first half. High to the right side, Malik Brown. Also out there for the first time. is Cameron Boozer's twin brother, Caden Boozer. Right side, Brown fakes a pass, shoots a right wing three, swirls out, rebound Yaks for Michigan, who just hit that three-pointer, brought to you by Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean Gasoline. Michigan fans, when you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Right corner, Kaysen, another three. That one a swish. And the Wolverines with a 6-0 surge out of the first media. The largest lead of the game belongs to Michigan, 17-12.
Yeah, well, why not? I mean, LJ comes in the game. He's instant heat for the Wolverines.
Boozer, lob it over to his brother, and Cam Boozer, right lane line, banks and scores for Duke, 17-14 Wolverines. Kaysen flips it in. Lendeborg on the right block, laid it up and in. Kaysen with a 50-50 pass. Yaks went up and got it, laid it up. He's got a dozen. It's 19-14 Michigan.
Yeah, high-level basketball. I'll tell you what. Whether you score or not, Michigan is pushing it right back at you. So
Wolverines are 8 for 10 from the floor. 6 of 6 from inside the arc. They made their last 2 from outside right wing. Cam Boozer, rebuttal 3. Banked it out. No. Rebound up to Mara. He lobs it toward Lendeborg, and Boozer knocks out of bounds to preserve a potential hammer dunk from Yaks. Boy, that Mara two-arm pass that goes 50-plus feet. A special passer. Cadeau exits, and Trey McKinney, our pregame guest, the star Michigan freshman, in.
Yeah, and you know as well as I do, Mara will hook up with that from time to time. So
14:07 left first half, 19-14 Michigan. Inbound Mara, handoff Kaysen, wheels into the paint, banked it up, no. Mara fighting for the rebound, knocked out of bounds. Last touch, Malik Brown. Duke begging for a review. John Shire looks over to the bench. Yeah, and again, it's one of those where you have to keep those.
Yeah,
it's early.
Yeah, I think players must think you have them in your pocket at your disposal.
And Duke will challenge with 14:01 to play first half, 19-14 Michigan. Dusty May chatting with Paul Sells about the length that John Shire got to deliberate that. I think Dusty was simply saying, we're going to get that, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? I've seen that happen plenty of times on Michigan, especially in front of an opposing team's bench. I mean, usually you don't have that time. The official had the ball in his hand. He should have just handed it to the Michigan player, and it's time for us to go.
Wolverines a 19-14 edge. One tick shy of 6 minutes into this second half between two coaches who have been brilliant at these stops. John Shire at Duke, 113-24. Michigan's Dusty May at 52-11. It's a remarkable difference between the two in terms of win percentage. These two are so close that rounding makes their win percentage exactly even. Dusty May's win percentage 8.254. Shire's win percentage 8.248. That's how good these two have been. Shire in his 4th season, May in his 2nd season at Duke and Michigan, respectively.
After review, it was determined that the ball last touched Michigan before going out of bounds. It will be Duke's ball on the baseline with 14:02 and 30 on the shot clock.
That is Paul Sells' voice, who says that John Shire's challenge successful. So the Blue Devils maintain it and get the basketball, trailing the Wolverines by 5, 19-14. They add 1 second to the clock. And the Blue Devils have it length of the floor to go with a fresh 30-second shot clock. Duke has Boozer and Boozer, the two twin brothers, with Brown, Sarr, and for the first time, Nicholas Hamenya on the floor, a 6'8 freshman. Duke's entire rotation taller than 6'4. Cam Boozer inside, laid it up, no, but a foul called on Adai Mara low on the right block, and all Wolverines look over with their hands up near their heads, wondering about that call. Adai Mara at the 13:46 mark, saddled with foul number 2.
Yeah, well, it's any good reason to question that. You're talking about one of the elite shot blockers in this league.
Cam Boozer, 77%er, connects on the first. And Morez Johnson Jr. must come in for Michigan, spelling Adai Mara in those 2 fouls. Block was clean. I think the call came on the body from Mara. Looked to be pretty straight up, but it is a foul called on Mara. Cam Boozer's second follows in the first, and the Blue Devils cut Michigan's lead to 19-16, 13:45 to play first half.
Well, one thing that the Wolverines are not going to do, they're not going to panic. That's why we got a deep basketball team here.
Johnson, right point, pestered by Brown, who stole it away from him. Malik Brown, his 175th career steal. Foster tiptoes left elbow, bumped a pass over to Boozer unintentionally. Left wing Foster considers a three, doesn't take it. Over to the right point, Brown. Lob it high to the left wing, Foster. Shot clock at 12. Foster dances, vacates to Cam Boozer. Has Kaysen on him on a switch, spins into the free throw line. Wheel the pass right wing, Foster a three that goes. Duke's third 3 in 8 tries, and we're deadlocked at 19, 7 minutes in first half. Gale into the forecourt, flip left wing Lendeboer, jab step and a drift toward the point. McKenney, dump it down, here's Rez. Working against Boozer, each with one foul. 3 strong dribbles, pivot, bank and a score. Left block, right hand. Johnson with a nice bucket. His second field goal. He's got 4, and it's 21-19 Michigan.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 young men going at it. That's definitely going to be playing at the next level. So,
what a showcase for Johnson today against the National Player of the Year favorite. Hamenya to the right point. Foster shimmy shakes left, shoots a left point 3, got it to go. Duke sizzling from deep. They lead it 22-21, 12-17 left in a high-octane offensive game. Left wing Lendeboer, shot fake Gale, driving left baseline, finger roll no, offensive rebound in the grasp of Johnson, who pinballs it over to Lendeboer on the deck, left elbow spinning, requesting a timeout, and he traveled with it. Mike Reed whistling the infraction on Michigan's Yaxel Lendeboer. Yax attempting to call the timeout. No protest from Michigan's side. It's Duke's basketball. So Duke has the lead 22-21. 12:05 left. In front of an engaged, tournament-style crowd here at Capital One Arena in D.C. Left point Brown, handoff Foster, takes it in, reverse layup, no good contest. Lendeboer knocked out of bounds, last touched by Duke. It's Michigan's basketball. And unless it is a no-doubter, maybe if it even is a no-doubter, Duke's not using that second challenge here. Michigan will have it when we come back. 11:50 left. Fun one so far as expected. Blue Devils 22 and the Wolverines 21. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Hey Wolverine fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Michigan basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Michigan Wolverines. Let's go Wolverines! SeatGeek.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
When you have a gambling problem, you have a money problem.
10 gallons of gas, cash or credit?
Yesterday's lottery ticket won't fill up your tank. Because when you're feeding a gambling problem...
Okay, your grocery total is $98.
It's difficult putting food on the table, paying your bills, and keeping your life together. If you or a loved one is struggling with gambling, get free confidential help at michigan.gov/problemgambling. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Duke with a 22-21 edge here on the Wolverines. 11:50 to play in the first half. Michigan fans choose chill. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, where the mountains go blue. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado beer. Terry, you mentioned Michigan not going to panic with Adai Mara picking up that second foul at the 13:46 mark. Remember, a key difference in that second half at Purdue was the fact that Adai Mara didn't play a whole lot. He ended up fouling out, got his second foul late in the first half. He only played 5 more minutes the rest of the way after he was probably the best player on the floor in the first half, yet Michigan managed.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's that next man up mentality if you're the Wolverines right now. And I'll tell you what, you know how close this team is, so these guys are going to stick together and weather that little storm there. But I think the difference in this game thus far is Duke's three-point shooting. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I think they would average maybe 35% as a team shooting, and I mean they're red hot right now. But to only be down 1 the way they're shooting the basketball, Michigan's got to just weather that storm.
Yeah, Duke right at 35%, 130th nationally. But to tell you the difference, Michigan is 1 tick better at 36%, and that puts them at 58th. So it doesn't take a whole lot to sway things. And most certainly the Wolverines benefited from hot three-point shooting at Purdue on Tuesday. 13 of 23. That was 56.5%, the second best three-point percentage in the Dusty May era. Only one better was at Maryland, not too far from here, back in December. Will Cheddar on the floor for the first time for the Wolverines, out there with Johnson, Lendeborg, McKinney, and Kaysen. Kaysen ball handling right wing, leave it left point, Lendeborg. Backpedals with a left-handed bounce, feed the post. Here's Johnson going up against Gungba. Recoils back out, jumping past Kaysen high to the right, timer at 8. Kaysen, left lane line, takes a strong pivot, shot fake, leans in, pivots, had a shot blocked. Rebound loose, secured by Foster for the Blue Devils. Here come the white-clad Duke, number 3 team of the nation. Left point, Gungba. Guarded out there by fellow number 21, Morez Johnson Jr. Gungba surveys the scene, deposits to Caden Boozer. His brother is off the floor. Caden takes it, strong shot rejected by Lendeborg. Jumping pass up ahead, McKinney. No-look feed, Kaysen. Left lane line, reverses, misses, but got fouled hard by Foster on the left block. And LJ Kaysen earns himself a couple of free throws on Caleb Foster's second foul. He leads Duke with 8 points early on.
Yeah, well, you can see how fast Michigan can get up that court. If they can find some stops, get some deflections, steals, they're off to the races.
LJ Kaysen, 73% free throw shooter, misses the first. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification here from Washington, D.C., this is Michigan basketball from Learfield. Back here for Michigan and Duke. Kaysen's second free throw pops out. An 0 for 2 trip for Kaysen. Duke the easy rebound. So still 22-21. Blue Devils with the lead and possession. 10:51 to play first half. High left block. Gungba working against Johnson. Backs him down. Still dribbling right-handed. A little bit of a shove. Play on. Gungba brings it out. Brick wall there by Johnson. Rez fighting for it. Ripped it away. Deflects to Lendeborg, who snakes his way right to left. Feed right wing. McKinney a 3. It's off the heel. Rebound fought for. Cheddar tugged to the deck. And then they say it's off Cheddar. Will say and review it. Boy, that's one of those where you got to at least say it's Michigan's ball. My goodness, Cheddar got roped down to the floor. And looks like Michigan, they're going to get time to examine it. Jacob Cohn over there on the Michigan sideline. Elliot Cadeau checking in for Michigan. And Michigan's not going to review it.
Yeah, I like the call there. I mean, this is just too big of a game to gamble this early in the ballgame.
I think Michigan would have won it looking at the replay. 10.5 to play first half. Duke a 22-21 edge. Wolverines shooting 64%, but they haven't scored in 2.5 game minutes. Hamenya, right pocket for the Blue Devils. Clad in white, 24-2 overall. Losses narrowly to Texas Tech and North Carolina. Inside, shot fake by Hamenya, laid it up and in after a good feed from the point by Gungba. 24-21, Duke's largest lead. It's at 3.
Yeah, well, that's what makes this Wolverine team good, is the fact that they don't allow teams to go on runs.
Right corner, Lendeborg a 3, airballed it too strong. Isaiah Evans, the knee-high rebound for Duke. Midway through the first half, Blue Devils a 3-point lead. A push off by Boozer on Cadeau. Feed it over to the right point. Evans misses the 3 short. Rebound Rez for the Wolverines. Up ahead, Lendeborg has 12 of Michigan's first 21. High to the right side, Cadeau in his 6th career game against Duke. No look feed, right wing, Lendeborg tries 3. This time, nothing but nylon. And we're all square at 24 here in the first half.
Yeah, they were screaming air ball before he dried his hands off, and guess what? That was all wet right there when he fired that
If the net was a smidge wider, it would have been an air ball because it was so flawless. 24 all, 9:24 left, rolling first half clock. Homenya to the right point, Caden Boozer. His brother Cam off the floor. High to the right side, Evans working against McKinney. Shoots a 3 over him, missed it short, and Rez with a rebound. Duke's 10 of 17 attempts are from deep so far. Point left, Johnson to Lendeborg. Around a screen from Johnson. Shot fake left wing. Back to Rez, head of the key. Underhand leave McKinney. Has Gunba on a switch. Crosses him over. Takes it in. Loses the handle. Gets it back. Fades away from 8. Knocks it down on a rattle. Wolverines a 5-0 run. And they're back in front 26-24. 8:50 to play first half.
Yeah, you're talking about how the Wolverines can just take a punch and don't allow teams to just kind of run off on them. So
high to the right side, Gunba. Closely guarded by Johnson out there playing with 1 foul. Adai Mara has 2. He's been on the bench since the 13:46 mark. Timer at 10. Left wing Homenya. Offensive foul. Coaxed by Elliot Cadeau. He got decked by Isaiah Evans, and that's Evans' second foul. So Duke's 2 starting guards, Evans and Foster, have 2 fouls each. Michigan's ball up 26-24. Changes on both sides. Michigan brings Namari Burnett and Adai Mara back in there with those 2 fouls. Cam Boozer on the floor for Duke. And Dame Sarr out there as Evans takes a seat with the fouls.
Yeah, I think we're just trying to steal a couple minutes with Mara in the ball game.
And the under 8 media approaching. Right side Cheddar. Shot fake on Boozer. And then he threw the basketball down. It's a turnover on a travel. Cheddar got a little bit too animated there. And he loses it. Duke's basketball. Wolverines commit their 4th turnover.
Well, I like the way the players came together. Even though it was a turnover there, no one started pointing fingers. They just came together and got it together.
Cam Boozer left point, working it on McKinney. Takes it underneath, laid it up and in over Mara, who had to be careful to not pick up a second foul. Layup good. We're all even. 26 apiece, 7:56 left first half. Boozer has 6 points, 4 assists. Out of the right side, Cadeau. In between the circles, McKinney. Leave it left wing, Cheddar. Back to Elliott, 35 feet out. Skip it, Mara. Catches at the free throw line. Whip it left wing. McKinney up fake. Deke Sarr. Angling left baseline. Has Boozer on him defensively. Steps back. Left corner 3. Off a little bit too strong. Right side of the rim. And Boozer, Cam Boozer, the rebound for Duke. His brother Caden brings it near sideline. 7:25 left first half. 26-26. Between the top 2 teams in the NCAA tournament's early reveal earlier today. Left wing Sarr, defended by Cadeau. Over to Homenya. Works his way to the left elbow. Jumping past right side Brown. Left corner. Here's a 3 to Sarr. Missed it. And then a loose ball foul comes on who? They call it on Michigan.
Is that Will Cheddar?
It's Adai Mara. It's his 3rd on a loose ball shove, and it was no doubt a foul. He tugged Homenya. Adai Mara picks up foul number 3 at the 7:08 mark of the first half. Michigan's gamble backfires. We'll come back, talk about that and more. 26-26 on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
And the Wolverines win the Big Ten Tournament Championship, and they forge a lifelong bond.
This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA, is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families. And one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas.
Congratulations on getting your diploma.
You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
26-26, Michigan and Duke here tonight. We got 7:08 to play first half of the game that has already featured 8 lead changes and 4 ties. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Pat Nally, Rob Joyce here tonight. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. Foul trouble, a story here, Terry Mills. Duke, with its 2 starting guards, Caleb Foster and Isaiah Evans, who have combined for half of Duke's 26 points. They each have 2, and before the last media timeout, Adai Mara picking up his 3rd. His 2nd came at the 13:46 mark of the half. Dusty May tried to get him out there for a minute and a half, and a loose ball foul as he tugged down Nicholas Hamenya. How can Michigan adjust and change with Mara almost certainly out the rest of this first half?
Well, just the fact that we have a deep basketball team, and no one's going to let Mara down. We're just going to weather that storm, and he's just going to have to keep his head and stay engaged in this basketball game because there's a lot of game, and I really think he's going to be able to affect this game going in the second half.
Lendeborg, Michigan's star, Yaxel Lendeborg, 6th-year grad student. He has been awesome. 15 of the Wolverines' 26. He wrote just an outstanding article in the Players Tribune that came out yesterday. His mother, who's been battling cancer, is here tonight. Certainly wishing her and the Lendeborg family all the best, but definitely encourage you to check out an outstanding article from Yax in the Players Tribune. He's on the floor with Johnson, Burnett, Gale, and Cadeau. They'll defend Hamenya to inbound out there with Brown, Sarr, Foster with those 2 fouls, and Cam Boozer with 6 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Inbound to Cam Boozer, left elbow. His brother on the bench, backs down Lendeborg. Push pass in between the circles, Sarr. Repost toward Boozer, stolen away by Gale, his 2nd swipe of the game, and it deflects to Lendeborg, whose favorite player is Roddy Gale Jr. Cadeau in his 6th career game against the Blue Devils. Feed right side Lendeborg. Considers a 3 contested. Doesn't trigger. No-look feed from Cadeau. Back to Yax. He tries it. He missed it off to the right. Rebound reeled in left-handed by Caleb Foster for the Blue Devils. Duke left to right. Foster trudges in. Spins into the semicircle. Around the rainbow, left wing Boozer. Right back to Foster, right wing. A right elbow jumper. Thuds it off the heel. Burnett, the Michigan rebound. Near sideline, Cadeau. The game tied at 26, 6:20 to play first half. Burnett, jab step, thought about a 3. Cadeau left wing takes the 3, missed it short. Elliott is 0 for 3 from deep. Rebound Hamenya and Duke.
Yeah, good looking shots by Elliott. You just got to stay engaged.
Foster shut off into paint, back over Boozer. Takes it strong, missed the jam, but a foul called on Lendeborg. Boozer slow to get up as Yaxel Lendeborg picks up his first. And that's a dunk that normally Cam Boozer, the top recruit in this last class, finishes with emphatic force. And it was a foul on Yax. Swiped him up near the forehead. Boozer upright at the free throw line here for Duke.
Yeah, I don't mind the foul. You want to make sure that they're not finishing those type of plays.
I think John Shire wants them to take a look if there's anything beyond a common foul. Paul Sells over to talk with the Duke 4th-year head coach. Boozer bends the knees, hoists it up, and missed it badly. That thing might have hit backboard first before the back ironed it out. Still 26-26, 6:04 to play first half. Neither team is led by more than 5. 8 lead changes. Michigan at 55%, Duke at 45%. Boozer's second, airborne and a swish. Blue Devils back in the lead, 27-26. Cadeau jogging into the forecourt here for the base-clad Wolverines. Right side Lendebourg fakes a pass right corner Gale. Gives it back Cadeau around a screen from Johnson into a double team. Cadeau now Rez left point to Yax high on the right. Around a modest head Johnson. Head of the key Lendebourg. Underhand leave Cadeau. No look feed Gale right corner. Takes it in on Jimenez who stole it away from him. Kind of like Gale, and then Johnson calls for a foul. Jimenez pokes Mara's third, and now Rez's second at the 5:39 mark of the first half. Duke with the ball in a 27-26 lead.
Yeah, with the foul starting to pile up right now, Michigan's just got to find a way to weather this right now.
And decision time over there in the Michigan bench with Michigan now at 7 fouls, a 1-and-1 for Nicholas Jimenez, the freshman, who shoots him at 71%. LJ Kaysen heads of the scorer's table. Free throw up and long. Rebound secured by Gale. So Rez will be out there. Michigan, I think, was indecisive there about what to do with Rez. He's out there on the floor, 5.5 to play first half. Duke's lead, just a skinny single tally. Rez, leave it left point Cadeau. Dances head of the key. Give it Johnson. Goes up and jams it. A double clutch over Boozer. Rez, bad intentions for the slam. 28-27 Michigan. How did Rez do that?
Man, kind of like Dominique Wilkins. How about that?
Whistle, and Elliot Cadeau, he's in some pain. He was flexing after that sequence, and Cadeau, he's in some real pain as he heads over to the bench. Not sure what happened, but Cadeau, I think it might be a cramp, at least I hope. Man, he just crumpled down, hustled to the bench, with the Wolverines leading 28-27. That gives Michigan a chance to take Morez Johnson Jr. out. Will Cheddar in there. Kaysen now on the floor for Michigan. And this is where Michigan's 2 of everything mentality going to have to shine, with Mara at 3 fouls, Johnson at 2, and Cadeau getting worked on by Michigan's trainer, Chris Williams. Left side Foster out there with 2 infractions. Has it left wing. Lob it up. Caught by Gungba. Banging against Cheddar. Working right-handed dribble. Pivots. Leans. Floats and scores. And Duke's back in front, 29-28, 4:47 left first half. High to the left side, Kaysen. To Gale and Mays for Michigan. Right side, Lendebourg. Right side, Burnett. He'll try a 3-ball and miss it in and out. Ooh. Offensive board by Gale. Trapezing that right baseline. Michigan reset. Burnett trudges to the point. Flip it right wing, Lendebourg. Takes it strong. Jumping past Kaysen left point. Drives in on Foster. High Baker over Gungba Pure. LJ Kaysen up to 5. That was a tough take. 30-29 Michigan. 4:14 before intermission.
Yeah, and this is where Michigan can use their quickness right now. Roddy Gale is doing an excellent job on the defensive end and rebounding the basketball.
Sar right side takes it in on Gale, and a reach-in foul called on Michigan. I know they're going to say it's on Will Cheddar, the foul magnet in these spots. So Will Cheddar a couple quickly here. He's got 2:4:04 to play first half. Michigan doesn't really have much else on the interior here. Looking over, Elliot Cadeau is favoring his left elbow. Chris Williams still working on him and trying to put on some sort of padding or wrap. As Patrick Gungba, 69%er at the line, shoots a 1-and-1 on Michigan's 8th foul. Hoists, well short. Rebound Gale for Michigan. Still 30-29 Wolverines. 4 minutes left first half. Here's where LJ Kaysen, who Dusty May said a few days ago that he's growing up in front of our eyes. We'll have to run point for an undetermined amount of time with Cadeau banged up. Right side Burnett. Back high to the right side, Kaysen. Media stoppage, next dead ball. Kaysen crosses over, works to the left elbow, drives in again, leans, lost it, got it back, flings, and scores. Over Homenya. He took him to school. 32-29 Wolverines. 3:30 to play before intermission.
Wheeling and dealing. I'll tell you what, this is where Michigan, as I said before, they can use their quickness and off the dribble.
Foster in between the rings. Takes the left lane line. Shot put attempt, no. In and out. Rebound, Lendeborg on the left block. His third rebound to go along with 15. Lendeborg, a train, leads in. Banks missed but got fouled. Yaxel Lendeborg heads to the line when we come back. Yax was shot out of a cannon after that rebound.
Yeah, coast to coast there if you're not going to stop the ball.
Listen to the maize and blue faithful. One heck of a start with some injury and some foul issues. 3:11 left before halftime. Wolverines 32, Blue Devils 29. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Some things you really shouldn't scratch, like mosquito bites. Ow!
Or my new car.
But if you're itching for a little fun and a lot of cash, play the new Bonus Scratch Multiplier series from the Michigan Lottery. 4 instant games from $2 to $20 with bonus scratch areas on every ticket.
Bonus scratch?
Yep, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times with top prizes up to $2 million.
Now that's a lot of scratch.
Plus $171 million in prizes. Play new Bonus Scratch Multiplier. It's instant fun for everyone. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is the place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
When facts are questioned, when trust falters, when the role of higher education is on trial, look to the University of Michigan to turn a public investment into the public good. From strengthening democracy through dialogue to advancing breakthrough cancer treatments, Michigan delivers the solutions the world needs most. For answers, for action, for all of us, look to Michigan. See more solutions at umich.edu/look.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Stretch run of the first half. Wolverines enjoying a 32-29 cushion on Duke. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Pat Malley, and Rob Joyce here from Washington, D.C., home of the Wizards and Capitals, Capital One Arena. As the official property restoration partner of Michigan Athletics, Belfour Property Restoration is celebrating and honoring first responders and members of the armed forces in our community. To nominate someone, visit mgoblue.com/hero. Well, Terry, Michigan getting a boost from L.J. Kaysen. He's second to Yaxel Lendeborg in points. Yax with 15. Kaysen with 7. He and Roddy Gale Jr. have given Michigan some big-time minutes.
Yeah, big-time minutes. And we've said all season long that anyone on this team can be a leader in scoring. And it's starting to show its face right now that, you know, Michigan is being able to get it done. I mean, we know we're tough as nails on the defensive end, and the principles don't change. That we protect that painted area, and Michigan is doing an excellent job right now, even with a shorter lineup in.
Elliot Cadeau with a wrap on his left elbow, trying to flex it over there. He's kind of doing what an NFL official would do on a holding call. That's what he's trying to do to stretch things out. So he's on the bench. Adai Mara has 3 fouls. Morez Johnson Jr. has 2 here with 3:11 to play first half. 32-29 Michigan. Yaxel Lendeborg, the game's leading scorer with 15. First of 2 guaranteed free throws as a swish. And the Wolverines swell the lead to 4. Dusty May talked about Rez's ability to have gained the coaching staff's trust with 2 fouls, but he said he's too important in the second half to frequently risk it, especially with Mara at 3. Lendeborg short of the second free throw. Rebound Duke. Caden Boozer with it for the Blue Devils, out there with his twin brother Cam, Sar, Hamenya, and Gungba. Inside Boozer, high banker no. Lendeborg crumpled down. Loose ball, offensive board by Hamenya, laid it up and in. Michigan was 5-on-4 there because Lendeborg fell and he was worried about some friendly fire underneath. Duke lays it in, down 2, 33-31 Michigan. Center circle, Kaysen. Drifts to the right wing, gets a screen from Cheddar. Pitch back, Cheddar, wide open right wing three. In and out. Rebound left-handed by Gungba, Duke's basketball. 2.5 left first half. Michigan a 2-point lead. Left point, Gungba. Lob it up, nowhere close. An interception from LJ Kaysen along the right baseline for Michigan. Intended for Boozer. Kaysen working against Camden Boozer. Shoved, recoils high to the left wing. Declines a Cheddar screen. And Elliot Cadeau heads to the scorer's table where Trey McKinney also waits. That's a good sign. Shot clock down to 10. 2 minutes left first half. Michigan's lead is 2. Nothing going for Michigan. Kaysen right point. Takes it on Gungba. Crosses over. Lost the handle. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch. Gungba. They're going to say it's off Michigan. Looked like Gungba swiped at it. In any event, there was only 1 on the shot clock. Not worthy of a review in that spot. Duke's basketball as both Kaysen and Cheddar leave. McKinney and Cadeau do come in.
You've got to have ball movement in order to be able to exploit this Duke team. You're not just going to go one-on-one because they're sitting there on those elbows and cutting those wings off. But once you get that ball shifting from side to side, it's a whole different story.
Cadeau's out there, and the wrap he had on is off on that left elbow. Boozer posts up his brother Cam. Spins in on Gale. Lost it, and he threw it up over the backboard. They're going to say it was touched by Gale. Dusty May, I think he wants to review this one. 1:37 to play first half. Michigan a 33-31 lead. Wolverines examining. Jacob Cohn has really settled into that review role. And Cohn shakes his head no. So it will stay Duke's basketball. Left baseline. Caden Boozer. Eye to the left side. Sar, skip it right wing back to Caden Boozer. To his brother Cam, high block right. Shot clock at 3, double team comes, spins in, little elbow, no call, play on, layup good from Boozer. And we're knotted up at 33 apiece. Cam Boozer with a Duke high 9 with 1:13 before halftime. Cadeau, push pass right wing Burnett. Around a modest hedge from Lendeborg. Michigan's leading scorer was 16. Namari has Boozer on him defensively. Wheels into the paint. Lost it, but it was fortunate to get to Lendeborg right corner. Banging against Hamenya. Spins right baseline. Leans in. Left-handed teardrop. No. Well short. Gungba the rebound for Duke. 50 seconds left first half. 33 all. Michigan and Duke. Left point. Gungba. Left wing Hamenya. Duke can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. Sar left lane line. Shot fake. Ball poked away. Saved by Duke. Hamenya has it left wing. Right point Gungba. Back Hamenya for 3. Shot fake. Now takes it. Missed it short. Rebound Lendeborg. Shot clock off. Cadeau. Skip it McKinney. Wolverines. Dusty May telling him to slow down. And Lendeborg the one to rein Michigan's offense in with the timer dark in a game tied at 33. 15 seconds left first half. Everybody stands up and cheers on this awesome Saturday night crowd. Left corner. Lendeborg with 6. Underhand shovel. Burnett a 3 for the lead. No. Rebound spiked down to the deck. Gungba has it and a push foul called on McKinney with 0.8 to play. Go to the other end of the floor. Gungba has a 1-and-1 to try to give the Blue Devils the advantage. Tough break there. Gungba had it. McKinney was playing hard, but he picks up the foul. His first, team's 9th. 1-and-1 for Gungba. You missed the front end earlier on a 1-and-1 opportunity. Boxing out critical here for Michigan to avoid a tap-in. 0.8 left. Gungba's first. Yes, sir. Duke will have the lead at the break. 34-33 Blue Devils. Dusty Bay having a word for Mike Reed.
Yeah,
not happy about something.
Yeah, we still got time to catch and shoot. I wouldn't just say that we're going to go away with the lead.
Second free throw good. 35-33 Duke. Inbound Cadeau. And that'll do it for the first half. Wolverines trailing Duke 35-33. Now Dusty May letting Paul Sells hear it here at halftime. As we visit with Akeem Miskadeen, Michigan assistant, here down on the sideline. And to do that, we bring in Terry Mills. T?
Yeah, Coach, 12 lead changes, 5 ties. Is this kind of the heavyweight kind of bout that you expected?
3 is 2 of the best programs in the country, so yeah, we're definitely expecting this.
Yeah, a little foul trouble on both ends. What do you expect here in the second half?
Hopefully we can have a whole roster. And we can, at the last 4 minutes, we didn't get great shots, and part of that is we didn't have our whole roster to run some of our offense. We had some unique lineups with Yaks playing the 5 and Roddy Gill playing the 4, but we'll get back to it in the second half.
Thanks, Coach, for your time.
Yep.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
Thank you very much, Terry. Thanks to Akeem Miskadeen. And thanks to our fill-in engineer today, Pat Malley, for making that happen. Heck of a first half, Terry Mills, huh?
Hey, as advertised, by all means. You know, I mean, it could have went either way. But right now, I'll tell you what, if this is a preview for the Final Four, I mean, they're going to have a good one because Michigan can make some adjustments. I think Coach Miskadeen talked about it. We had some unique lineups to be able to weather this storm here and try to run some offense. So I give Michigan a lot of credit for that, but I'll tell you what, I look for good things to happen in the second half.
Just the 6th time all season Michigan has been down at the half. They've won the first 5. They trail Duke 35-33. Here at intermission, Rob Joyce anchors our halftime coverage. When we come back, this is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Michigan, not every injury happens on the court. Car wrecks, hospital mistakes, slip and falls. When you're hurt, you need more than a quick sub off the bench. You need America's largest injury law firm. There's a reason Morgan & Morgan has over 1,000 lawyers and 100 offices nationwide. A reason we've recovered more than $30 billion for people just like you. And a reason we never charge a dime unless we win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Michigan Athletics. Injured? Just dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan. Michael Hanna, 150 West Jefferson Avenue, Detroit, 48226. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Champions Circle is the leading Michigan athletics fan engagement community. We connect fans with once-in-a-lifetime experiences, produce public and private events, offer club memberships, and operate an online retail store, selling exclusive apparel, trading cards, autographs, and other memorabilia featuring Michigan student athletes. To become a member or learn more about how you can support your favorite Michigan student athletes, visit championscircleufm.com. Champions Circle is a proud sponsor of University of Michigan Athletics.
Michigan basketball plays here.
Jets his way with 3, straight on with 2, leans in, scoops. Oh!
Yes, sir! The Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Easy Plan customers who trade in their current vehicle can lease a 2025 F-150 Hybrid Super Crew for $339 a month for 36 months with $2,329 cash due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low-mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Cash due at signing is after $4,500 in incentives. Offer only valid on Package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by March 31st. Lease a 2025 F-150 Hybrid for only $339 a month. Think Ford first.
Start for both teams. Wolverines 5 of 7 out of the gates. Duke 4 of 7 with a couple of threes. By the first media timeout, it was 12-11 Duke, already with 5 lead changes. And out of that stoppage, a 6th as Yaxel Lendeborg came out ready to play.
It's Elliot Cadeau and the maize-clad Wolverines work into their offensive set. Left wing Lendeborg dials up a 3 ball and knocks it down. Yaks with 10 early. He only averages 14 and a half a game because he's so darn balanced with this team. 14-12 Michigan.
Next possession, LJ Kaysen, another triple, but it was the Yaks show early on. Scored 12 of Michigan's first 19 points. Led 19-14, 6 minutes in. That was the largest lead for either side in the half. Duke immediately scored the next 5, though, to tie it as Adai Mara sat with his second foul. And Duke was hot from 3. 4 early makes, led 22-21 at the under 12 timeout. Michigan's first extended drought came around this time, didn't score for 3 minutes, but the deficit only reached 3. Yaks erased it in one fell swoop with a 3. Just past the midway point, we were deadlocked at 24. Under 8, it was 26 all. At this point, 4 ties, 8 lead changes, and going into that timeout, Adai picked up his 3rd personal. He sat for the final 7 minutes and change of the half. Another scoring drought for Michigan of over 3 minutes. Didn't prove too costly because they were only down 1, and snapping it will give the Wolverines the lead back.
Rez, leave it left point, Cadeau. Dances ahead of the key. Give it Johnson. Goes up and jams it. A double clutch over Boozer. Rez, bad intentions for the slam. 28-27 Michigan. How did Rez do that?
A man's jam for Morris Johnson Jr. with 5 minutes left. More lead changes right after, and on that play, Elliot Cadeau got hurt. He would return late in the half. Rez had 2 fouls, so he sat on the whistle. Heavy bench presence on the floor for Michigan for a bit. What went shot for shot, led 33-29 out of the final media timeout, though didn't score in the final 3 minutes, allowed Duke to tie it, and then on a free throw in the final seconds, take a 2-point lead into halftime, 35-33. Halftime show continues. We'll take another look at scores on a busy Saturday in college hoops. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
I can't believe the deal we got on these seats for the game.
Wow, they must be pretty high up here. I think my ears just popped.
Yeah, here, put this on.
Is that an oxygen mask?
An official team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're going to need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcased a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Michigan. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Michigan and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Michigan.
Michigan trails Duke 35-33 at the break time now for another check of scores. A lot happening in the Big Ten, nothing in progress though right now. Earlier today, Nebraska pounded Penn State 87-64 behind 33 points from Price Sanford, including a program record tying 8 threes in the victory. Maryland held off Washington in College Park 64-60. Andre Mills, the game high 21 for the Terps. Oregon stunned USC 71-70, closing the game on a 6-0 spurt, including the go-ahead free throws with 10 seconds left. So the Ducks have won 2 out of 3 after starting 1-12 in Big Ten play. And then Minnesota, one more final, no issues with Rutgers at the barn. 82-61 Gophers the final. So Minnesota will come to town this week at 6-10 in Big Ten play. Still to come, 8 o'clock, UCLA welcomes in Illinois. Illini 2 games back of Michigan for first place in the Big Ten coming into tonight. Michigan 15-1. That obviously won't change. Illinois is 13-3 going to Pauley. Top 25, just one game in progress right now to the SEC. 25th ranked Alabama leads at LSU 67-54 with 11 minutes to go in the second half in Baton Rouge. Other massive game today, a final came in the Big 12. Our game is 1 versus 3 in the AP poll. In H-Town, there was 2 versus 4. Arizona outlasted Houston 73-66. The big upset came in the Big 12 as well. Cincinnati beat 8th-ranked Kansas 84-68. Through 20 minutes, Duke leads by 2. Brian will look at the first half numbers next on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Neighbors help neighbors. That's why when the unexpected happens, floods, fires, or tornadoes hit, Belfour has your back. At Belfour, we are the people who live next door. Faces and names you know, right here in Michigan. For us, the only thing more important than restoring your property is helping you rebuild your life whenever disasters strike. 24/7, 365. Belfour Property Restoration. Your home, your life, our promise. Call 800-800-BELFOR or visit belfour.com.
When people yell, "Go Blue," most people think of the Michigan Wolverines. Hail to the victors, the maize and blue. But what does Go Blue mean in the liquor store? It means go for a long drink. Go for the blue can with undefeated flavor, a refreshing mix of citrus, sparkling soda, and a kick of real liquor. So go blue. Then go blue. For the Wolverines, we mean long drink. Proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. 5.5% alcohol by volume. Gin with natural flavors. Copyright 2024. The Long Drink Company, Carmel, Indiana. Please enjoy responsibly.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus, free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Back here in Washington, D.C., Duke a narrow 2-point lead at halftime, 35-33. As we delve into our first half stats, brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Michigan, the slight efficiency advantage. They're 52% from the floor, Duke at 46%. Duke slightly better from 3, 4 of 12 versus Michigan's 3 of 13. A big area for Michigan to improve there, just 2 of 6 at the free throw line. Duke is 7 of 10. Blue Devils also out-rebounding Michigan 18-14. Duke led by their star, Cam Boozer. He has 9 to pace the Blue Devils, plus 4 assists and 3 rebounds. 8 from Caleb Foster, 5 from Isaiah Evans, no one more than 4. For Michigan, it's Yaxel Lendeborg's game so far. 16 of the Wolverines, 33. 6 of 9 shooting, 2 of 4 from deep, 4 rebounds, 2 assists in 19 outstanding minutes. 7 from LJ Kaysen, 6 on 3 of 3 shooting from Morez Johnson Jr., 2 apiece, Trey McKinney, and a dime Mara. Mara, 3 fouls in 6 minutes. Rez, 2 fouls in 12 minutes. So that substitution pattern will be fascinating for Michigan in the second half. Those are your first half stats brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. 13 lead changes, 5 ties. It's Duke 35, Michigan 33. We'll get Terry's thoughts in the second half next as you listen to Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. No monthly fee, no minimum balance. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, exclusive freight partner of Michigan Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
When you have a gambling problem, you have a money problem.
10 gallons of gas, cash or credit?
Yesterday's lottery ticket won't fill up your tank. Because when you're feeding a gambling problem...
Okay, your grocery total is $98.
It's difficult putting food on the table, paying your bills, and keeping your life together. If you or a loved one is struggling with gambling, get free confidential help at michigan.gov/problemgambling. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to Capital One Arena in downtown Washington, D.C. SEC. Wolverines trailing Duke 35-33. As we welcome you back to the game, brought to you by Founders Brewing Company with Terry Mills. First half thoughts. High-level basketball, where did your eyes take you most?
Yeah, well, Michigan's got to be able to capitalize on those free throws. I mean, the 50-50 balls, I mean, they're getting after it. I mean, this was a well-balanced effort. I think Coach Miskadeen said it best. They just didn't have their players in there to be able to run the type of stuff they want to run, because we've never seen some of those lineups that was in there. But I thought for the most part, that team kind of weathered the storm, if you will, and I think they're going to come out with guns blazing.
The one guy Michigan did have, and he played all but $121 of that first half, was the game's highest scorer, Yaxel Lendeborg, 16 points, almost 19 minutes of action. That welcome brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Welcome to Craft. This has had a high-level NCAA tournament-style feel. ESPN's College Game Day has been on hand. Their top crew doing it on television. Even down to the basketball, they're using the NCAA tournament's basketball, the Wilson ball. And the reality is, likely, if these two teams do face off again, it won't be in an NBA arena. It'll be at Lucas Oil, because right now these are the top two overall seeds according to the NCAA Tournament Committee's reveal earlier today.
Yeah, and you're feeling like right now you can just flip a coin on who would win this game or who would win in the Final Four, because, I mean, these teams are so well balanced. But with Michigan, you just didn't see that full unit. So, I mean, I'm comfortable of where we are right now to be able to weather that storm with some of our major players being in foul trouble. Adai's not going to start here in the second half, but I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan kind of sprinkles in a little zone when he gets back in from time to time.
Both teams coming out with at least one reserve. Wolverines do have Adaimar out and Roddy Gale Jr. in. And nope, Duke is going to stick with the starting five. Their two starting guards, Foster and Evans, picked up fouls, 2 fouls in the first half. So they have Foster, Evans, Sarr, Boozer, and Gungba. Wolverines with Cadeau, Burnett, Gale, Johnson, and Lendeborg on the floor. In meeting 31 all-time. This is the 7th time both teams are in the top 5. Only 2 teams that have met more as top 5 teams in college basketball history. It's Duke and North Carolina. Duke starts the second half with the basketball, and they'll work from right to left. Here in front of a sold-out crowd, you had to spend a bunch of money to find a ticket for this one here in our nation's capital. Gungba has it right wing for the white-clad Blue Devils, who are in front by 2. Left wing, Cam Boozer. Shuttles to the right, lob it up. Gungba catches, had it poked away by Burnett, got it back, and then a reach-in foul called on Burnett. They're going to call it a shooting foul on Damari. Gungba earns a couple of free throws when Michigan almost had the rip away. Would have been their 5th steal. Instead, it's Damari Burnett's 2nd foul.
Yeah, how many of those have been that close with Michigan being able to come up with that basketball or something actually happening good for Duke in a result of that?
So Gungba, who finished the first half with a couple of free throw makes, shoots up the first one and rattles it out. Still 35-33 Duke, 19:38 to play. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Gungba, 4 points, 4 rebounds in 13 minutes. His second free throw is a swish. And the Blue Devils have matched their largest lead at 36-33. Gungba exits, and Malik Brown, who I thought was going to be the one to start the second half, he comes in 22 seconds in. Yaxel Lendeborg into the forecourt here for Michigan. Elliot Cadeau, who was banged up a bit in the first half, doesn't have a wrap on that left elbow. He possesses left wing, does Cadeau. And a reach-in foul on Dame Sarr. One that Terry wanted about 3 seconds before it was actually whistled, but it does get called. And a bit of a golf clap from the Michigan fans here in attendance.
Yeah, I mean, pretty close to a hook and hold the way Cadeau was getting pulled around there.
Inbound Lendeborg, left side Cadeau. Pocket pass into Johnson. Jump stop, lost it, got it back, laid it up, blocked. Rebound back tapped, and it is secured by Sarr for Duke. Johnson was there, but the length, the Blue Devils striking again. High to the left wing, Foster, face guarded by Cadeau. Bounces in between the circles, Malik Brown. Not much of a shooter, but he's elite inside the arc. Passes right, deflected out of bounds by Gale, who has had incredibly active hands throughout this ball game defensively.
Yeah, when you see Duke running this 5-out offense, one thing you got to worry about is cutters, because they usually leave that opposite block wide open where guys can kind of cut down the lane. You'll see 5 players out above the three-point line.
A little bit more than a minute in, second half, 36-33 Duke. Cam Boozer crosses over on Gale behind the back bounce. Zings one in. Sarr laid it up and in low on the left. And the Blue Devils have matched the largest lead for either side. It's 5, 38-33. Right wing Lendeborg to Burnett, pocket right. Back to Yaks. Leading scorer in the game is 16. Pestered by Brown. Jab step, recoils, spins in on him, takes it strong, high banker, no, but Yaks got fouled by Brown, and he goes to the free throw line for 2. Down 5 of the Wolverines, 18:25 left.
Yeah, well, don't feel like a 5-point lead is eternity right now, because, I mean, we know the Wolverines are going to continue to fight. We've seen them flip the scoreboard, so expect good things to start to happen.
Lendeborg trying to halt a 9-0 run that has spanned both halves. Free throw up, and he got it to go. Wolverines were just 2 of 6 from the line in the first half. They cut it to 4, 38-34, 18:25 remaining.
I'll tell you, we've been maybe a tip here or a tip there away from us having a lead right now.
Lendeborg's second bullseye, 3-point game, 38-35 in a matchup of the top 2 teams in that NCAA tournament reveal earlier today. Caleb Foster, who has 8, second on the Blue Devils. Jones into the forecourt, gives to their leading scorer, the National Player of the Year favorite Cam Boozer. Trudges left lane line. Lost the handle, retrieves it, high to the right, Evans. Takes it in on Cadeau, Euros, banks, and it was rejected into the first row of seats, 35 feet from the basket by Rez. Like he was flipping away a fly.
We talk about bad intentions.
That thing was squashed. Timer at 10, inbound Boozer center circle. 2 minutes deep, second half. Duke by 3 with the basketball. Boozer to the left wing, Evans. Contested 3, airborne and good. Blue Devils 5th, made 3 in 13 tries, above their season average of 35%. Blue Devils in front 41-35. Cadeau left wing to Johnson. Might have gotten away with a walk. Leave it Burnett. Left wing, jab step, shot fake, drives in on Foster to the right elbow, and a foul bump called on Duke. It's on Caleb Foster, so he picks up his third, meeting Adai Mara at that mark. Mara has not played since the 7:08 mark of the first half. And Foster's still out there with 17:36 to play. Head of the key, Lendeborg. The Wolverines down 6. No-look feed, Cadeau left corner. Back to Gale, high to the left side. Roddy, just 1 shot attempt today. He's been a pest defensively. Lendeborg posts up Johnson. Backing down against Boozer. Works with 2 strong dribbles. Couple of shot fakes. Leans in. No. Follow-up tap-up attempt by Lendeborg. Goes begging. Rebound Blue Devils. It was Malik Brown in there to snuff it out. Here to Evans, zigzags left elbow, gets it back after a pass over to Foster, and Evans misses the 3, Rez the Michigan rebound. Lendeborg left to right, takes it strong, and a push foul on Duke. Shot did not take place until after the infraction, so it'll be a inbound spot for Michigan, and the foul goes on Cam Boozer, number 2 on him. Already the 3rd on Duke. Michigan at 3, 17:02 left, 41-35 Blue Devils. Inbound, right corner Lendeborg. Right side Burnett to Johnson. Straight on 3 ball. Oh, yeah! Michigan halves the lead. It's 41-38. Rez drains his 6th triple of the year.
Rez is more than capable of knocking down that 3-point shot. He works on it all the time, so good to see him raising up, knocking that down.
Left side Evans, whistle away from the ball, comes on Michigan. Paul Sells with the whistle. It's charged to Elliot Cadeau. The former North Carolina Tar Heel picks up his first against those Heels rival Duke. So, team foul, number 2 for Michigan. Duke has 4. Each team with 3 timeouts. Head of the key inbound Boozer. Does not drive on Lendeborg, instead vacates to Isaiah Evans. Jumping past Boozer, catches right elbow, over to the right corner. Foster rainmaking three, bricked it. Rebound Lendeborg for Michigan. Cadeau spilled to the deck, begging for a whistle that never comes as Yax works into the forecourt. Michigan down 3. Lendeborg, right wing. Heat check 3 for the tie. It's strong. Rebound tapped up by Gale. Couldn't save it out of bounds. It's Duke's basketball. Cadeau pleading with Mike Reed to wonder why he didn't get a foul coaxed on Duke on that last stint. Adai Mara got up off his chair, but he is going to stay on the bench. 16-16 to play. 41-38 Blue Devils. Foster into the front court. In between the circles, Brown fakes a hand to Sarr, now gives it to Sarr in between the circles. Sings one in, Boozer, open shot fake, and then he had it blocked by Johnson. Deflects over, misfire by Brown. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch, Foster. It's Michigan's ball. How about the interior defense against Boozer?
Hey, that's why we're elite defensively at giving up 2-point field goals. I mean, there's nothing going to be free in there.
41-38 Duke. They led by 2 at the break. They're +1 since halftime. 15:57 left. Here from D.C. and on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Since 1980, Grand Traverse Resort and Spa has been a Michigan vacation tradition. A place where lake views meet legendary fairways, where spa days turn into starry nights, and where family memories last for generations. Whether it's a summer getaway, a fall color tour, or a cozy winter escape, your perfect Michigan vacation starts here. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, a Michigan tradition since 1980. Book your getaway at grandtraverseresort.com. Proud partner of Michigan Athletics.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
Walker turns, forces, misses. Michigan has won the national title!
This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Just like your favorite sports team, you need a solid defense to protect what's important to you. Whether it's your business, home, or auto, turn to Hylant and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance to keep you covered. Visit Hylant today at www.hylant.com/defense. That's www.hylant.com/defense.
Introducing Celsius, the energy you need for Michigan basketball. Pop open a can of Celsius and experience a refreshing taste made with proven ingredients, zero sugar, and essential vitamins, helping you keep up with every play and celebration. Whether you're in the Chrysler Center or cheering from your couch, Celsius keeps you energized for every basket. Find Celsius at a retailer near you or at Celsius.com. Celsius. Live fit. Go.
What a ball game. Neither team is led by more than 6. 13 lead changes and 5 ties. It's Duke 41, Michigan 38. 15:57 left in regulation. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Pat Nally, and Rob Joyce on hand. Subscribe to the official podcast of Michigan Athletics, Go Blue Podcast. Wide range of audio content for you there, including wall-to-wall coverage of Michigan hoops on Defend the Block, Go Blue Podcast. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Terry, for the first time since the 7:08 mark of this second half, Adai Mara is back in there. He was doing some stretching, some exercises there to get warm. Let's see if he has something to say here down the stretch.
Yeah, it almost seems like I haven't seen Mara since Purdue, almost.
Yeah. I mean, since the first half of Purdue.
Yeah, exactly, because, I mean, he got in a little foul trouble there, too, so he should be real rested and ready to go right now.
Mara has committed 7 fouls in his last 11-plus game minutes. 2 points, 2 rebounds, and those 3 fouls in 6 first-half minutes. He is doing some jogging, a little jumping around out there with Lendeborg, Cadeau, Gale, and Kaysen. LJ gave Michigan 7 first-half points. For Duke, Foster, Evans, Sarr, Brown, and the National Player of the Year favorite, Cam Boozer. Wolverines down 3, they possess. Here in this potential Final Four preview. Cadeau into the forecourt, in between the circles, Mara. High to the left side, Kaysen lob it up to the leading scorer in the game, Lendeborg with 18. Handoff Kaysen left pocket in front of the Michigan bench. Drifts right, delivers in between the circles, Cadeau. Right side, Gale, jumping past Mara. High block right, working against Boozer. Backs him down, spins, double clutch floater, yes! A lot of contact play on. Adai Mara strikes right in his return, and the Wolverines are within 41-40.
Yeah, Dusty has that same look I have on my face up here. That kind of looked like he kind of went up underneath him.
Cam Boozer playing with 2 fouls. Left wing Brown with the Wolverines down a point. 15-15 remaining. Brown zings one right corner. Up fake Evans, doesn't take it. Pauses the dribble right elbow. Vacates to Brown. Back to Evans right wing. Left side Sarr blows by Mara. Went for the jam and Mara swatted it away. Then a foul on Caleb Foster. Loose ball style. No, they're going to change it. And do they call it on Boozer? If so, that's his third. I don't know which one you'd rather have more.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. That was a good check there by Mara. I mean, Mara's not losing any aggressiveness. I mean, he tried to go in there and ring the bell on Mara. Mara was not having it.
Boozer indeed called for the third, and that was a clean block from Mara. Wolverines down a point. 14:54 left. Cadeau high to the left wing around a modest Mara hedge. Give it to Mara, left block. Surveys the scene. Double team comes. Whip it, Kaysen. Jumping pass right corner. Lendeborg a 3 for the lead. In and out. Rebound loose. Secured by Cam Boozer. Here comes Duke. Up ahead. Left side. Evans pumps up a 3 and missed it well short. Rebound fought for. Cam Boozer has it. Zings one Foster at the point. Takes it strong. High banker. Good. Blue Devils a second chance bucket. 43-40 Duke. 14:27 remaining.
And you seem like those could go either way.
Right baseline, Kaysen trudges in, leans in, terminates the dribble, vacates to Mara. High to the right, Kaysen. Shot clock halfway gone. Kaysen, dribble drive and a skip pass. Left wing, Cadeau, rain-making 3. Off to the left, rebound Boozer. And Cadeau is 0 of 4 from the floor, all from long range. After he had a team-high 17 at Purdue on Tuesday. 6 minutes in second half, Duke up by 3 with a basketball. 43-40. Cam Boozer with Kaysen on him defensively. Backs him down right elbow. Left-handed skip. Mara flashing a help inside to Gungba. Leans in. Another block by Mara. Gungba got it. Lost the handle. And he flipped it off Kaysen with a shot clock at 4. Boy, Gungba was all out of sorts except for on the end. A heck of an athletic play to swipe that one off Kaysen. But Duke late in the shot clock. Inbounds baseline left as Cadeau exits and Trey McKinney comes in for Michigan.
I'm looking for some good things to happen with Trey McKinney during this stretch here.
Mara doing some jumping jacks left baseline with Foster to trigger. Skip it in Gungba. Guarded by Gale. Shoots right corner. Long range. No. Offensive rebound Foster. Double team. Bounces a pass over to the right side. Evans a 3. No good. Rebound Lendeborg. Loose ball foul on Michigan. Sold well by the Blue Devils. And the Wolverines pick up their third foul. It's the second for Trey McKinney individually. Inbound again, this time with a reset 20 versus the 4-second desperation Gungba 3 earlier. 13:33 to play. 43-40 Blue Devils. Duke has missed 9 of its last 10. Inbound Gungba, layup good over Mara. 45-40 Blue Devils. Far sideline, Kaysen darts his way in. Kick left wing. Here's McKinney. Line drive, 3 swirls out. Gale soars for the rebound. Put back right block. Good. Roddy Gale Jr.'s 4th rebound leads to his first couple of points. Cutting the lead for Duke to 3. 45-42. 13:08 left. Gale earned those points.
Yeah,
he's been awesome today.
Yeah, well, Gale's playing like this is his last collegiate basketball game.
Evans, right point line drive 3. Way strong. Rebound loose. Boozer, sword over Mara to grab it. Over to Foster, left wing. Up fake, didn't take the 3. Drives in, now has Mara on him defensively. Feed the post. Boozer spins on Gale. Leans in, layup. Yes, they're going to count it. Continuation and a foul. NBA-style continuation in the home of the Wizards. Gale called for the foul. It's 47-42 Duke with 12:45 left. Gale leaves and Morez Johnson Jr. returns. So Michigan has the big 3 out there for the first time since early on. Caden Boozer chimes in for the Blue Devils, spelling Isaiah Evans. His brother Cam, free throw, way strong. Back iron, front rim and out, boarded by McKinney for Michigan. Duke still with the lead, 47-42, 12:36 remaining here in D.C.
Yeah, Michigan has one of those lineups that we're used to seeing right now, so...
Mara, handoff Kaysen at the point. Considers a drive. Shut off left elbow. Back to a die. At the point. Lob it up Lendeborg. Spins left baseline. Terminated the dribble. Left corner Kaysen. Shot fake with 4. Around the screen with 3. Has to hoist over Boozer. And he bricked it out. Rebound. Back tap by Lendeborg. McKinney couldn't save it. Tumbles into the TV table. And spilled, I think, Jay Billis' stat man. McKinney hustling over there. But it's Duke basketball. 12-11 to play. 47-42 Duke. And I think Dusty May wants to call a timeout. We'll take it with him. A Let's Go Duke chant emanates here at Capital One Arena. Duke 47, Michigan 42. We'll pause for a break on the Wolverine Sports Network from Learfield.
At Greenleaf Trust, we're prepared to help you win. Our clients, having achieved financial success in their own endeavors, come to us not for what they already know, but rather to benefit from our considerable expertise. With a nearly 100% client retention rate and specialized wealth management disciplines, Greenleaf Trust's team helps clients play the long game, from one generation to the next. A brighter future begins at greenleaftrust.com.
King K Cash is here. Celebrate with beads and big wins at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel every Saturday in February from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. One guest punches the King Cake board. Match 2 pairs and win a share of $40,000 in cash and premium play. Find the Mardi Gras baby for an extra $100 in premium play. Then at 10 p.m., one lucky guest will win the weekly grand prize of $5,000 cash. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit Saginaw-EaglesLanding.com for complete rules and details.
This Michigan season is all about teamwork, on and off the court. That's why we're thrilled to have Founders Brewing Company as a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Founders has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like Michigan Pilsner, their hazy IPA Mortal Bloom, and of course All-Day IPA right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Celebrate every three-pointer and slam dunk with the perfect pour of Founders. Learn more about Founders and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the court, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud supporter of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Back here in Washington, Duke a 47-42 lead on Michigan in this potential Final Four preview. Michigan not just called a timeout, they appealed the potential hook and hold with Adai Mara getting dragged down by Patrick Gungba, the sophomore from nearby beautiful Manassas, Virginia. So the officials talking it over, and boy, Roger Ayers, Paul Sells, and Mike Reed, they've been discussing this for what, about 2 minutes. It looks like a hook and hold to me.
Bam.
We shall see with Duke up by 5 as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. Back here for Duke, Michigan. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Pat Malley, and Rob Joyce. Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's, whether it's pregame breakfast, tailgate sliders, or postgame comfort food. Aunt Millie's is baking memories from their family to yours. Pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites at the local Meijer. Aunt Millie's, closer to home. Review is done.
After review, it was determined that there was no flagrant one foul for hook and hold on the play.
They did not call it.
Michigan loses their appeal and will be charged a 30-second timeout as a result. This is not a challenge. They retain their right to challenge moving forward in this game.
Yeah, the difference between an appeal and a challenge. That certainly seems like a hook and hold. In any event, it's play on Duke's basketball, leading Michigan by 5, 12-11 to play second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, Michigan is doing more than enough to win this ball game. If you look at one area I'd like to see them clean up on, it's going to be on that glass right now, because they're losing that battle 11-3 on the offensive glass with Duke with 11 offensive rebounds. Very unlike Michigan.
31-20 Duke overall. Duke came in 7th nationally in rebound margin. Michigan 8th at a turnover. Travel by Cam Boozer. Maybe that was a little makeup call saying we don't want to call it technical, but we'll give you the basketball. Michigan with it, down 5, 12:03 left.
Yeah, I can see that happening. We are in an NBA arena, that's for sure.
Yeah, that felt like a get back. Marr in between the rings. Michigan clad in the big game maize in the venue that they won the 2017 Big Ten tournament title after the plane crash. Left wing Mara, handoff Kaysen around his screen from a dive. Double clutch pass inside Johnson. One dribble on Boozer, leans in, floats, and got the shot off glass. Then Mara and Gumba collide. Oh, they're getting feisty on the inside. They'll stop play and bring about the under 12 media timeout. Duke 47, Michigan 44. And for some reason, they didn't take the under 12. So a play on here. In any event, 11 and a half to play. 47-44 Duke. Handoff to Caden Boozer. Lob it up in an alley-oop thump from Patrick Gumba. 49-44 Michigan. Kaysen whirls his way the other end. Mara at the point. Wolverines down by 5. To Kaysen, jab step to drive. Underhand leave. Lendeborg. Baker shot blocked by Boozer. And he saved it, but he threw it away. It's Rez to Kaysen. Leans into the free throw line. Fades from 5. Plinkoed out of there. Rebound Caden Boozer for Duke. Inside of 11 minutes left. Duke by 5 with the basketball. Caden Boozer in between the circles. Kaysen looking to swipe it away to no avail. Little shove, no call. Here's Gumba straight on 3. Off to the right. Rez reels in. The Michigan rebound is 5th. Michigan down 49-44, 10:36 remaining. Kaysen, lob it up left corner. Lendeborg, catch and shoot 3 ball. Swirls out.
Man.
Michigan's 4 of 20 from deep. Rebound to Hemenya and the Blue Devils.
Halfway down, I tell you. And this is where Michigan is kind of at their best right now. They don't allow teams to just take off on them right now. Even though they might be struggling to get the ball in the basket, they will hold you up.
Dame Sarr. English is a pass that was intercepted by McKinney. So Trey fleeces Sarr, and then Sarr bumped Trey. The unsung, not talked about freshman coming up with a big-time play. 10:05 left. A steal, then a bump called on Sarr. It's the 6th foul on Duke in the half.
Well, Michigan has showed you they can win in many ways. This one right here is kind of one of those bang down, grind out games here.
Right wing McKinney, jab step at a drive, free throw line pull up, off to the left, rebound down to Duke and Nicholas Hemenya. Wolverines just 4 of 15 from the floor in the second half. They missed their last 4. Right side Cam Boozer. Drifts right baseline, skips one, deflected, lost. Boozer should have been called for a travel. Got it to Hemenya, leans in, floats, and it crawled over the front of the rim. 51-44, largest lead for either team. It's 7 for Duke, 9:26 left.
You would have to ask yourself, why wasn't that called a travel when they called one earlier on Yates?
Cadeau scoreless, wheels into the paint, floats it up there, no, but he got fouled, and then got upended by Dame Sarr. Elliot Cadeau earns a couple of free throws. So the 3rd foul on Sarr, 7th on Duke. So free throws the rest of the way, and this was a shooting foul, so Cadeau has 2 guaranteed. He shoots them at 68% on the year.
Yeah, I'm still questioning why wasn't that a travel. This almost looked like curling that I was watching over there.
Cadeau's first, got a friendly roll. Wolverines cut it to 6, 51-45, 9:17 remaining. Cadeau, his 6th game against these guys, said after the win Tuesday at Mackey that Mackey is louder than Cameron Indoor Stadium. Got both free throws. Michigan within 5, 51-46, 9:12 to play. Caleb Foster past the timeline. Almost lost it. Hemenia rescues the Duke possession. Handoff Gungba over to Boozer. Trudges in. Back to Gungba. Reverses and scores. It was Caden Boozer on a dynamite dime. Duke back up 7, 53-46, 8:53 left. Lendeboard shovels left point. Johnson looks around. Handoff Cadeau. Takes it in. Free throw line. Leans. Floats. No. A lot of contact. No. And then a loose ball foul comes on Duke. And if that's on Cam Boozer, it's his 4th. Wolverines down 53-46, 8:42. It is Boozer, number 4 on the National Player of the Year favorite. Duke may have been clamoring for a hook and hold appeal, but Boozer has to exit. 8:42 left, 53-46. Michigan down, and this is a huge spot for the Maize and Blue. Camden Boozer has scored 14 points, gobbled up 5 rebounds, and shot and distributed 2 assists in every game. He's only at 11 tonight. Rez, front end of a 1-and-1 with Michigan down 7. Bends the knees, shoots it up, got it to go. One more for Morez Johnson Jr., who has 12 points, 6 rebounds in 20 foul-plagued minutes. The second one flies and is perfect. 5-point game, 8:42 left. Michigan has not led since it was 33-31 late in the first half. Caden Boozer into the right wing. Threw an unexpected lob pass to Gungba, who realized it at the last moment, caught it at the point. Handoff Boozer, around a screen from Gungba. Zigzags, free throw line, poked away, near the out-of-bounds baseline. Brown saves it and threw it to nobody in particular. It's out of bounds down that sideline. Blue Devils' 9th turnover gives it back to the Wolverines as the Michigan faithful stands up and cheers.
Well, they're coming to life right now, and I'll tell you what, that all started with Trey McKinney. Just being able to put that pressure on that basketball. They were all out of sorts right now.
Cadeau in between the circles. Wolverines down 5. Tamara, handoff Lendeboard, who's got 18 to pace everybody. Yaks, left wing. Let's go Blue chant this time. Cadeau around a meaty Johnson screen, skips it into him. Low block right, flings it up. It was rejected. A lot of contact. Last touch by Gungba. Michigan keeps it 4 on the timer. Boy, that appeared to be a foul.
I mean, he can't even extend his arms. I mean,
baseline right, Cadeau to trigger. 4 on the shot clock. Michigan down 53-48, 8:02 to play. Cadeau chucks it up off the backboard, or he would have had an easy lay-in for Mara, and it deflects to Duke. Oh, it's a tough break. Here's Foster past the timeline. Duke's fans stand. Center jump Foster. Timeout.
Yeah, you're getting an indication right now that Duke is just trying to waste a little time so they could get Boozer back in the game right now. They're not even getting anything going toward the basket.
7:47 left. Duke 53, Michigan 48. We'll pause for a break. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. Save on personalized comfort during Sleep Number's President's Day sale. Their best deals are on now. Limited time only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom? She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
3-48 lead on the number 1 Michigan Wolverines. When you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, download the free Varsity Network app, available for both Apple and Android. Listen to college sports live with the Varsity Network app. Well, Terry, it was 12-11 Duke at the first media stoppage, a little bit more than 4 minutes in. Plenty of offense early. Since then, it's been a defensive struggle. Both these teams are top 10 nationally in offensive and defensive efficiency. The defenses have been the one that really come to play tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's hard to get a bucket right now. You just feel like when you do get a bucket, it's kind of like you're getting some relief, that you got a bucket. They're so hard to come by right now.
Wolverines 25-1. Tied for the best start by a Big Ten team over the last 2 decades. Ohio State went 25-1 in 2011 before falling at Purdue. A Michigan win today would give them the best start since that 29-0 beginning to the 2004-2005 season for Illinois, a year that ended in a national championship loss to North Carolina. For Duke, they're number 2 in the nation in terms of the committee's reveal. And most believe the winner of this one will have the odds-on favorite spot to be the number 1 overall seed and be able to pick their 2 destinations in the first couple of rounds and then in the regional semifinal and final. And if Duke gets their choice for that weekend, it'd be right back here in Washington, D.C. Out of the timeout, no Cam Boozer as expected. He's on the bench for Duke with 4 fouls. Adai Marr and Morez Johnson Jr., 3 and 2 fouls in the first half, respectively. They've remained there with 7:45 left now as Duke brings it into the forecourt with Caleb Foster. We expect another media stoppage at the next dead ball. High to the left side, Foster, right point, Gungba. Analyzes, 1 dribble, picks it up, back to Foster, shot clock at 1. Foster didn't realize it, let it go late. It's a shot clock violation. I think Duke thought they had a fresh 30. It was 20, and Michigan's defense with a shot clock violation. And we got another stoppage. 7:30 left, 53-48 Duke. Michigan's ball next. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Honey, did you pay the rent this month? Because I just received a late notice.
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, are you gambling online again?
Me? No, not at all.
If managing the bills and your betting has become a challenge, self-excluding from online gambling or sports betting might be for you. Learn more at don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Michigan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Wolverines trailing Duke 53-48 in this titanic clash. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Pat Malley, Rob Joyce. Terry, the Wolverines haven't had a whole lot going offensively. They're 4 of 17 since halftime, 1 of 7 from three-point land. And Yaxel Lendeborg, who had 16 points in the first half, just 2 here in the second half. And he hasn't made a field goal since the 9:41 mark of the first half when he was rocking.
Yes, he was. And you got to feel like if Michigan continue to get stops and get out in transition. Michigan hasn't had the chance to get out in transition a whole lot. Everything has just been kind of a grinded out half-court type of thing. And right now, Michigan is not knocking down those shots, but I got all the confidence in the world that they will start knocking them down.
Wolverines just 6 fast break points. Duke has 5, but they want to be a little bit more methodical. The big area for Michigan, where they've been so good lately on the glass, Duke is plus 12, 35-23, and that offensive rebounding mark is 11-5 in favor of the Blue Devils, leading to a 14-6 advantage on second chance opportunities.
Yeah, well, I don't feel like they were necessarily pounding Michigan on the glass. It seemed like those were a lot of 50-50 balls, and when I talked about all hands on deck, you got to have those guards come back and get some of those boards.
Duke by 5, Michigan the basketball. Still no Cam Boozer on the bench for Duke with 4 fouls. Right point Lendeborg, push pass left wing. Cadeau with 3 ball, airborne. It's off the heel, rebound down to Hemenya. And now Cadeau is 14 of 45, barely above 30% from the floor against Duke all time, 0 of 6 tonight. Right side Hemenya to Gungba in between the rings. Michigan's 4 of 21 from the long line today. After their second best performance under Dusty May at Purdue on Tuesday. Left elbow Foster, shut off, lob it right corner, Evans shot fake, timer at 3, wheels into the paint, leans in, floater, pass, over toward Brown, shot clock went off, Michigan got the rebound anyway, up ahead McKinney, leans in, banks, had it blocked, rejected off the backboard by Brown. After good defense from Foster, McKinney went strong, but Duke with a defensive stop, still 53-48 Blue Devils, Duke the basketball, 6:28 left.
Yeah, high-level defense on both ends.
8 straight misses from the floor for the Wolverines. Neither team has scored for 2.5 game minutes. Foster center jump, shot clock at 7. Right wing Evans crosses over, takes it right baseline, fades away, swirls home. It did a 720 and fell. 55-48 Duke, 6:05 remaining. Cadeau blows by everybody, leans in, bank it up, no, and a foul blocking style called on Hemenya. It'll be a 2 free throw opportunity as John Shire chuckles over on that Duke bench thinking it was a charge.
Yeah, I tell you, those ones that's rattling around seems to be falling for Duke. And on Michigan's end, they can't get them to stay down.
6:02 left, 55-48 Blue Devils. Terry, you alluded to it earlier. It seems like Duke is kind of running the football, if you will. They're trying to bleed clock to get Boozer back out there as Cadeau misfires strong on the first. Still 55-48 Blue Devils, 6:02 remaining.
Yeah, this is where you have to take advantage of this with the clock not ticking right now.
Cadeau so brilliant at Breslin, at Mackey, but here against his old rivals, he has struggled tonight. Second free throw is good. Michigan within 2 possessions at 55-49. 6 minutes now remaining here in this 1 versus 3 matchup. 1 versus 2 in the committee reveal. Foster, right elbow, jumps it up, rattles it home. As he leaned in on Cadeau, rattles it in. Largest lead for either side. It's Duke 57, Michigan 49. Left corner, caught by Lendeborg, spinning left baseline. Still bouncing at left elbow. Detours left block. Spins into a double. Pass to Johnson. Floats it up. No. Mara, the tap-in, got it to fall. Duke wanted a goaltend that never came. 57-51. Duke and the Blue Devils again bleeding some clock as Michigan presses a bit.
Yeah, plenty of time left if you're the Wolverines right now. You're not going to get it all back at once. But
Foster past the timeline. Stops left point. Crosses over on McKinney. Timer halfway gone. The clock has stopped. Now it restarted. Lean in by Foster. Floats it up. Crawled out. Rebound McKinney for Michigan. 5 minutes to play. 57-51 Duke. Blue Devils have led the entire half after there were 13 lead changes in the first 20 minutes. Mara, high block left. Going to work against Gumba. Right-handed skip. One-on-one. Leans in. Floats. Misses, but he got fouled. Adai Mara. 2 critical free throws for a young man who's 49% on the year. But it was 41% in the first 16 and 60% over the last 10. Foul on Gungba, his second. And Cam Boozer waiting the scorer's table. Duke weathered the storm with Boozer on the bench at 4 fouls. Mars first. Perfect and critical. 57-52 Duke. Boozer in. Malik Brown out.
And Michigan is right there in striking distance. Get another stop like you did on the defensive end last time.
Mara got them both. 57-53. Wolverines within 4. This place has been awesome from an atmosphere standpoint. Now both fan bases up on their feet. Center circle, Cam Boozer. Lob it to the right side, Foster. To the point, Gungba. Analyzes with a timer at 12. Fakes a handoff, Amenya. Dumps it off Evans. Left wing and a drive. Zings one toward Gumba. Intercepted McKinney. Michigan the basketball after Duke's 11th turnover. McKinney. Feed left corner. Johnson looks in. Dump it down Mara. Leave it for Johnson. Went for the jam. Blocked by Boozer. No whistle. Play on right corner. Yak's a 3. It's drawn. Rebound loose. Yak saves it. Everybody stopped. They thought there was a foul. Left corner, McKinney. Shot clock at 15. 4 minutes left. 57-53 Duke. McKinney trudges to the left point. Inside Mara. In on Gungba. Leans in. Underneath the cup. Lasso's a pass. Cadeau. Extra feed. Lendenborg. Right wing a 3.
Yes, sir.
1 point game. 3:43 left.
Yeah, Michigan's giving Duke a taste of their own medicine right now. Relentless on the glass.
7 straight Michigan's largest run. 3:33 left. A clap from McKinney as he defends the ball handler Foster. Around a screen from Boozer. McKinney stays on him. Does it again other way. And then a foul call. They whistle it on Trey McKinney, whose reputation will get him that play on down the road. 3:24 left. 57-56 Duke. Inbound and a 20-second timer for the Blue Devils when we come back for the finish. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
This is your home for the Hometown Call, the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Introducing Celsius, the energy you need for Michigan basketball. Pop open a can of Celsius and experience a refreshing taste made with proven ingredients, 0 sugar, and essential vitamins, helping you keep up with every play and celebration. Whether you're in the Chrysler Center or cheering from your couch, Celsius keeps you energized for every basket. Find Celsius at a retailer near you or at Celsius.com. Celsius. Live fit. Go.
There is nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your team. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Proud sponsor of the Alumni Association of the University of Michigan. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Michigan trailing Duke 57-56. And with those 3:24 left on the clock, we're keeping it here for the rest of this one. This last call presented by Founders Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, welcome to craft. Terry, for Michigan's defense, it's been a roll call as of late. Wolverines on a 7-0 surge, their largest run of this ball game, and the Blue Devils haven't scored in 2:27.
Yeah, well, that's what makes Michigan a good basketball team, is that they hang their hat on their defense, and when their offense is struggling, guess what? Their defense starts to step up. And when they were able to get those multiple stops in a row, all of a sudden that started generating some offense. So I think the momentum is starting to sway Michigan's way right now.
And how about the effort from Trey McKinney? He only has 2 points, 1 of 6 shooting, but he has been awesome defensively here in the second half. And he told us pregame he has been as under-discussed of a really good freshman as anybody in the country in this year of the freshman in college basketball. He said process over outcome and just putting my head down and just keep working. He's got the right approach, and here he's had the right defense when Michigan's badly needed.
Yeah, well, when you hear from Coach Dusty May and his staff, they'll talk about invisible plays. And there's been a whole lot of invisible plays that Trey McKinney has made out here. He's coming up with those loose balls. He's getting some deflection. So
Wolverines clad in maize come out with Cadeau, McKinney, Mara, Johnson, and Lendeborg. So it's the 4 starters and the wise beyond his years freshman from Flint, the 13th Michigan Mr. Basketball to play at U of M, Trey McKinney. 20 on the timer, 3:24 left. Duke with the basketball, inbound Gungba. Lob it up, alley-oop, Evans a jam over Mara. Silky smooth, sideline out of bounds play, and a halt to 7-0 Michigan run. 59-56 Duke, 3:10 remaining.
Yeah, they were able to empty out that backside.
Mara, right point. Dribbles left, skip it in. Cadeau laid it up, missed the bunny. Left block, right-handed. He had a clean look, didn't get it to fall. Cadeau's 0 of 7 from the floor. Rebound, Blue Devils.
Yeah, next play mentality.
High to the left, Foster.
They can't get that one back.
Gungba to the left wing, Cam Boozer. Guarded closely by Rez. Drifts to the right, has Mara on him now. Shot clock at 5. Boozer drives in, takes it strong, laid it up. No, a lot of contact. And a shot clock violation. They're going to call a foul before that shot clock went off on the second chance putback, but Paul Sells will look at it. It's on Mara, number 4 on Mara. And this is a critical review. The shot clock went off, but was it before or after the contact? 2:30 left. That is the voice of Paul Sells. 59-56 Duke, 2.5 to play. Wolverines in the double bonus offensively. That, if it stands, is Michigan's 6th foul. It would be a shooting foul for Cam Boozer. Each team with 2 timeouts. Possession arrow favors the Maize and Blue. Indeed. 2 free throws forthcoming. Cam Boozer shoots him at 77%. He is just 3 of 5 today. Yet another double-double for Boozer, his 15th, 11 points, which right now is a season low, and 10 rebounds. Playing with 4 fouls.
Second out, a foul on 15, Mara, his 4th.
That is also the case for Adai Mara now. So Boozer, first free throw. Airborne. Got it. Never considered missing. That was a perfect swish, 60-56 Duke. Michigan got it to 1 since 3 straight for the Blue Devils. That alley-oop out of the media timeout. A free throw from Cam Boozer. Second one is also good. This one on a swirl. 61-56 Duke. Plenty of time left. 2:26. as this pretty close to 50-50 crowd cheers in unison. Right corner Lendeborg, dump it down low block right Mara. 1-on-1 against Gungba, spins, floats, scores it. Nifty move for 2 from Adai. 2:15 left, 61-58 Blue Devils.
No need to foul. Let's play it out. The dead stop right now.
Far sideline Foster. Into the forecourt for the white-clad Blue Devils. 24-2. Well on their way to another ACC title at 13-1. Gungba inside. Shot fake by Foster. Another one. Whip it left wing. Boozer a 3. Got it. His first triple of the game. 40th on the year. Duke doubles the lead at 64-58. 1:45 to play.
With plenty of time.
Cadeau, skip it in. Johnson bangs inside. Back left wing. Cadeau a 3. Needs it. Got it.
There it is.
Elliott's first field goal make. Clock still running with 1:33 left as Duke took its time inbounding. Boozer, flip it to Gungba. Michigan some press. Down 64-61. 1:24 left. Michigan's press recoils. Foster into the forecourt. Blue Devils up 3. Boozer has it 35 feet out. Blanketed by Rez. Shot clock to 10. Johnson with some jabbing at him. Timer at 7. Boozer goes to work, leans in, spins in the paint, floats it up.
Yes.
Blocked by Mara and a goaltend. Oh, that was close. They're going to review it. 1:01 left. If it stands, it's 66-61 Blue Devils with 61 seconds left.
Yeah, I thought that was a legitimate block there.
Reviewable by the officials under 2 minutes.
And more than anything, you may just call it because you can then review it. Boy, that's really close. That is really close. Get another look at it.
That ball's still going up.
Man, it is so close.
Still going up.
Oh. We got some Duke fans in front of us. They're looking at the monitor. Well, I don't know, Terry. I think they're going to uphold it. As we spotlight today's Best in the Game, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to be Wolverines. Your thoughts on the best in the game for this one? As they will count.
After review, the call goaltending is confirmed on the floor. 2 points.
Yeah, I would have to say it's Jets. By all means. And I don't think Michigan is done yet, to be honest with you. I think it's still a lot of time left, and Michigan won't go down without a fight.
66-61 Blue Devils. 61 seconds left. Cadeau into the forecourt. Wolverines have allowed Duke to hit 5 of their last 7. Cadeau in between the circles. Drifts to the right, around to Mara Heads. Takes it right elbow, and he got fouled going up by Gungba. Gungba kind of held the arm over there, and Cadeau, a smart play there to set up a couple of free throws and then potentially allow Michigan to have a couple of different decisions. They could either play it out, 51.4 left, or they could go to a Duke 1-1. Cadeau, 2 critical free throws here, and the first one is good. Maybe that 3 ball recalibrated a little bit. 66-62 Duke. Roddy Gale Jr., a defensive sub. Trey McKinney exits. Caden Boozer, Cam's twin brother, he comes in for the Blue Devils to spell Dame Sarr. That a free throw difference. Boozer shoots 76%, Sarr 50. Second one, good from Cadeau. 51.4 left. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Cam Boozer inbounds. Zips a pass, caught by his brother Caden, past the timeline. Michigan for now, trying to play it out. Down 3, 45 seconds left. Caden Boozer right wing.
Yeah, plenty of time. No time to foul right now. To get a stop.
66-63 Blue Devils. A 3-point edge. Shot clock at 10 for Cam Boozer. Requesting a screen. Gets it from Gungba. Lob it up, Gungba. Catches, laid it up. Missed it badly. Got his own rebound. Shot clock to 20. Michigan has to foul. Wolverines still haven't fouled. They need to hurry. Game clock at 15 and a bump by Cadeau on Isaiah Evans. And the story of the game, the battle on the glass. Duke's 13th offensive rebound sets up a 1-1 with 14.6 left. Blue Devils up 66-63. Cadeau's second, team's 7. So it is a 1-and-1.
Let's be ready to rebound the basketball.
Got to find a way.
Did hit the rim correctly, killing the shot clock.
And they're going to take a look at the review to see if it should have been a shot clock reset. And it definitely hit rim. It was nowhere close type of a shot. Michigan defended Gunba tremendously well, but could not get the rebound.
Determined that the ball did hit the rim, and the shot clock was correctly shut off.
14.6 remaining, 66-63 Duke. Winner of this one, likely the favorite to be the number 1 overall seed of the NCAA tournament. As Isaiah Evans, 12 points on the game, 88% at the line, has a 1-and-1 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, well, there's a such thing as an 88 when it's a lot of time on the clock. 88 when the game's on the line here, so.
And it's Evans, the sophomore's first free throw tonight. 14.6 left. Duke up 3. Free throw up. Got it. 67-63 Duke. 2-possession game. 14.6 left. Michigan has 2 timeouts, as does Duke. Possession arrow favors the Wolverines. Evans second. Yes, sir. Duke by 5. Timeout, John Shire and the Blue Devils. In must-score spot now are the Wolverines. Down by 5. They can still find a way, but this has to be a quick scoring possession.
Yeah, I thought some valuable seconds ran off the clock when they got that offensive rebound on the last series that Michigan kind of got caught of not knowing if they needed to foul or not.
Wolverines bring Damari Burnett on the floor for his 3-point sharpshooting. Cadeau, Johnson, Gale, and Lendeborg join him. 14.6 left, Duke 68, Michigan 63, in what very well could be a preview of a matchup that happens on a Monday night in April in downtown Indianapolis. Burnett set to inbound. Length of the floor to go. Duke will bring some press. Inbound Cadeau. Turns on the Jets. Past the timeline with 12. Angles to the left wing with 10. Feed Burnett. Straight on 3 ball. Needs it. Missed it short. Rebound loose. Picked up Duke. Sarr has it. Lob it up. Caught by Foster. Blue Devils run out the clock with a jam by Evans to close it out. Doesn't matter if it counts. Duke wins it. They'll say it's good. 70-63 Blue Devils win it here in D.C. One whale of a college basketball game goes to Duke by 7. We'll come back with a postgame. Rob Joyce anchors our coverage. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits. We have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our